to this episode of the Sanibel Captiva Guide podcast. Sorry for the echo in the room. It's first time ever we're using our new studio. We've purposed a room at home and turned it into a studio, so there is a little bit of echo. We haven't got much in here, but you're honoured to be our very first guest in the new home studio. So welcome Maureen McGarren and Taylor Osborne of the SCBWA. Now, I had to write that down because there's no way I would have remembered it. It was an organisation on Sanibel, a women's business group, formerly known as the ABWA. Laurie's sister has been a long-time member for many, many years, but why don't you tell us a little bit how it changed its name to the SCBWA?
Well, after ABWA had a long-time history on island, there was that need to really address the as we all know, Sanibel and Captiva community is a very special community with unique needs. And the ABWA is a wonderful organization, but it's national.
Tell everybody what the ABWA stands for.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. American Business Women's Association.
There you go. Yeah.
So it's a national organization with lots of levels and lots of rules to follow and just lots of protocols. So what it did is it focused on American business women in general, not our specific community. And as time rolled on, we realized this is a really unique community and we wanted to be more involved with Sanibel and Captiva and be able to affect the community more directly.
Right, so any monies you raise now, you can obviously purpose them to this area.
Have a little more control where that goes.
Yeah, good, awesome.
So how are you going to replace the national events that they used to go away and get together on? Are you going to do your own away trips?
So far we haven't done any away trips, but we've done quite a few local events, so we try to keep that up.
So when did this start? When did the SCB, I'm looking at the notes too, SCBWA
You're not alone, it's okay, it's a mouthful.
So Sanibel Captiva Business Women's Association.
Yes.
All right, so give us the backstory.
So it really began during the summer of 2020, COVID. That's when kind of everything started rolling, and we started meeting in person in January of 2021. And the height of COVID and social distancing is when we launched our organization and really started having those monthly meetings and having after-hours events starting in January of 2021. And
I think you were doing Zoom events, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. We tried
a little
to do
bit
Zoom.
of hybrid and
Exactly. All right, so you started then, and then what's been the progress?
So the first year was kind of just getting the ground running. And as you know, when you start any organization, it's challenging. Yeah. So then you throw a pandemic into that and you add some layers to it. Yeah. So we just continued on with programming, and our initiatives for the organization specifically are to have continuing education and career advancement focus. We do that through scholarship and also through networking and then through mentorship program. So those are the things we were focusing on developing the first year, in addition to having those monthly meetings where we meet at a different location around Sanibel. We picked different restaurants that we would go to each month and then have a speaker come in, and then we would all meet and do that every month. So we did that for about the first, 10 months, and then we had our first fundraiser, which was very successful.
And what was that?
It's called the Pink Tea. We called it the Pink Tea, right?
Maureen, do you want to tell us about the Pink Tea?
So a little bit with the Pink Tea is it was an opportunity to raise funds for our scholarship as well as for another organization that we were working with in collaboration for their kind of fundraising for Pink Out. I think they've been on the podcast before.
They have.
So kind of working together, and it was a really cool event, and we raised about $30,000.
We did,
Wow.
So for our first event in our first year and a pandemic, I would say that was pretty exciting and a good way to get started.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures. Everybody wears pink, and it's like a high tea. So obviously, I think you'll be doing it next year, hopefully. So.
Tell us a little bit about the start of your businesses and your connection to the association.
I am owner of Custom Goods Unlimited, formerly Iris Print and Designs, and I own a customized apparel and promotional items company. And I actually joined ABWA as soon as I moved here. It was one of the first.
Here we go. We got a couple of gifts.
Yes, Taylor brought us these super cool gifts.
Yeah,
obviously.
Check them out. Sanibel with the island.
Right.
A love heart on top.
Heart on top.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, please. So ABWA was one of the first events that I went to when I moved here, and everyone was so inviting and welcomed me in, and that's how I got involved in the organization, and then that actually turned into me being involved in, SCBWA.
And what is your role? What's your role in the SB? Sorry.
Oh, so I am the president of SCBWA for my third year. Excellent. So it's a huge honor to still be, working with the organization and on the board. And I moved here from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh,
go Bengals! bangles.
Bangles, who dey?
Who dey?
And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I moved down to Sanibel in 2019, and during that time I was working on my master's, so I was with the city of Sanibel interning with the city manager's office. So she actually introduced me to ABWA, and I started going to those events, and eventually I started my own business called Beachwalker Marketing Communications, so I got more involved when I became a business owner.
Awesome. So tell us about the plans for the future with the association. What's the next steps?
We have so many plans, and I'm really excited about the things that we're working on in the future. And one thing I love about our group is we're really trying to stay nimble and evolve with the needs, the ever-changing needs of the community. Right. So we really took a step back after the hurricane and thought, what does our organization need? So we focused a lot right now on just meeting, gathering, and offering support for our fellow members. Yeah. And as we roll forward, we're working on re-establishing our scholarship program, re-establishing a mentorship program, and continuing our networking events. We do have an event coming up on May 9th, our second annual open house. And then we also have some events rolling forward through the summer. We'll have monthly meetings and networking events, and hopefully a fundraiser by the end of the year.
Okay, so tell us about the May 9th event. What is that? Where can they find out information about that?
Well, you can follow us on Eventbrite. You can follow our Instagram, our Facebook pages, go ahead. SanCapBWA, so okay. SANCAPBWA.
Gotcha.
And it's also on the Chamber of Commerce, the island happenings. It comes out in emails. We try to get the word out as much as we can. And that will be May 9th. It's our second annual open house. And last year when we did our first one, it was really an opportunity for the community to come in and learn about our organization. And I feel like that's when we really were able to kick things off. Having had that social distancing and pandemic, this was the first time that Sanibel and the Captiva community could really come see who we were all about. So we offered live music, we offered food, wine, drinks, and just had a nice evening. Everybody's coming. Yeah. Yep. We invited members, non-members alike to come in and just really come network and enjoy the evening and learn what we're about, who we are.
Just a quick question from a subsection of the community, males. Are they invited?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm always preaching that we're an inclusive group. You're more than welcome. We haven't had a male join yet.
We haven't.
No. If you have...
Max, you could be the first.
Please come. You and 85 women. I mean,
Sounds like a dream. So where's the open house going to be held?
At the Captiva Civic Center.
Okay.
Captiva Island. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were kind enough to allow us to use the facility this year again at no cost. So we're really thankful to them.
And what are the hours?
It'll be from 6 to 8 p.m.
And do they have to register or just show up?
We would love registration, so we could have a head count. We're hoping to have people registered by Friday, May 9th. Okay. We're trying to keep it casual. If you'd like to just reach out to us, we'll get you registered.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Perfect.
Well, it sounds amazing.
How many members do you have now?
We have just over 80.
Yeah.
I think our current count's around 83.
I believe so.
Mm-hmm. We had 2 people join yesterday, but they're not on our roster yet. So I think we'll break triple digits this year, which is an island record, I'm told.
Oh, that's
awesome. Amazing. And do you have to be a business person on the island, or could you come from off?
You can come from off island. We have women that maybe they live and work on the island, maybe it's one or the other, or maybe they're just wanting to get involved with the islands as well. So we have people that both live and work off the island. We have retired people that are in the group. We have those that are young professionals and kind of everything in between. So anyone's welcome.
Perfect. Sweet. You know what I want you to bring back is the bike rally.
Oh, the poker pedal.
The poker pedal. Do you guys know about that?
No, we don't know.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Many a family argument broke out on the poker pedal.
Really?
So basically it was a bike...
a biking event.
So actually, that wasn't an argumentative one, was it? It was they had stations. So one would be at the Lazy Flamingo, then it would be the Lighthouse Cafe, and you basically had to ride to each location. You get twisted over a card, and the one with the best hand won.
Yeah, then they'd meet up at the Sanibel Community House after the event, and then they'd tell everybody who won. It was so fun.
We definitely
bring it back.
We have to bring that back.
We definitely still have poker pedal shirts.
Yes, we still have the poker. Yeah, they had shirts, and
We might have to do that.
We did it every year.
Yeah.
Okay,
fun.
we'll bring that up to the next board meeting. We're bringing that up at the next board meeting.
Okay, perfect.
So tell us a little bit about personally. You live on the island, Taylor, or?
I do not actually. I work on the island, so I'm one of the women who work on the island. Maureen does both. She lives and works on the island.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Is your business on the island? Is it a physical business? that
It's
you
not.
have?
We actually do everything remotely.
Everything
we really
online.
started doing that during the pandemic, and it works quite well.
Oh, nice.
And what is the name of your business?
Custom Goods Unlimited, and I was originally Iris Print and Designs, which a lot of people know us by.
Okay, cool.
Gotcha. So if anybody out there needs anything, what do you make? Tell anything?
Literally anything. We make all custom goods, all promotional items, and apparel. So if you need it, we can make it.
Gotcha. And you have a website, I
We do,
assume,
yes.
which is?
It's customgoodsultd.com, and there is actually a special section for our Sanibel Captiva customers that we do offer special pricing and some little special perks if you're a local person.
Oh, nice. And I know you're going to be selling these mugs, or the?
We have been and we are.
Okay,
We're selling
okay.
these, and we have different designs. We're actually launching wine tumblers too, because who doesn't need a wine tumbler with a lid?
Exactly. And are these some of your custom shirts that you brought in?
Actually, they are, yes.
Yeah, Max, hold a couple of them up. Let's just have a look. Now, this is,
And-
we actually haven't, or would you like to do it? Which
No.
one should we grab?
Anything you'd like. And these are actually part of a fundraiser that our organization did post-Ian to raise money for the local community. So we designed, created these, and then we sold them as part of a fundraiser. But we brought you gifts if you like any of them. I brought a couple
we
for you
love
to
gifts, of
choose
course.
from. That's a big Sanibel heart with the island in the heart.
And let's get another one, Max, just to give an idea. Lots of
I
different
love that
designs, I guess.
We got the
Comfort colors are so.
Right. Our
Comfort Colors, which is
Right.
an island favorite, and then
Yes.
the Lighthouse. You don't
Our
get more
three-legged
Sanibel.
lighthouse.
Perfect. Well, there's many, many more sitting over there, but check them out at the website. And
And what will the money be used for, the fundraiser?
So any fundraiser money, we give 100% of the proceeds back to the island, donated to different places like Fish, Rotary, to individual organizations, whoever needs it. We give 100% of any of the fundraising money back to directly affect people affected by the hurricane.
And tell us about your scholarships so you said you're trying to bring those back?
Yes, so our first year, and I'm proud of our first year. Our first year, we gave a scholarship away. We had a really fantastic open house. So, I think we did a great job. I think it was June of that first year, we gave a scholarship away to an incoming freshman, Haley Capone, whose grandmother worked on island, and that was to be used toward her college education in the fall. But our scholarship program will be diverse. It won't just be toward those traditional college students. We really want to include anyone who might need not only continuing education, but career advancement, for like a continuing education credit or someone who needs a certificate to get to that next level. So we'll be giving scholarships potentially away every spring, potentially every fall as well. We're establishing that right now. We hope to give a scholarship away by the end of this year as well. So all the money that our group brings in, whether it's fundraising or donations, goes directly to that scholarship fund.
that's awesome.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
So
For your
everybody-
kids in college, we could
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
could definitely
Yeah.
see the benefit of that, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. And Maureen, tell us about your business. Obviously, you do
So
marketing.
I do marketing and communications with different businesses and nonprofits, both on the island and off. So I'm kind of all throughout Southwest Florida. And I started that during the pandemic, so I've always been working from home. But it's been pretty good, and it's nice to be able to travel all throughout Southwest Florida and help businesses.
Right. And are you welcoming new customers to your business?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Okay. So, and do you have a website?
Yeah. So my website is beachwalkermarketing.com.
What kind of marketing is that involved? Like online paid ads or how?
It's kind of a little bit of everything. So paid ads, Google ads. I do a lot of social media marketing for different businesses and nonprofits. And then I also do like the traditional print materials as well, depending on what a business is looking for. So it's kind of catered to each business.
Fantastic.
So you have 83 members. Tell us, like, where do they range from? What do people do?
Really?
A little bit of
A
everything.
little bit of
Give us a
everything.
little
I would say a lot of the organizations on the island, whether nonprofits, businesses, banks, you've got at least one member from probably each place.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of everything. We also have retired, people that were in the medical field, veterinarians.
Yeah.
We have realtors. We have a little bit of everything.
We really do, which is great. And I love the diversity that our group offers, especially for mentorship. It happens organically amongst our members. Everyone can learn something from everyone else. And we have, our treasurer is actually the executive director of the Captiva Civic Association, Emily Ankerson. We have
Whose husband is Sam Ankerson, which is the
Shell
Shell
Museum.
Right?
Our secretary is Colleen Zucker-McGarren, and she's actually a semi-retired counselor. So we run the gamut. We have realtors, several realtors in the organization, like Maureen mentioned. We have really almost everything that you can think of. Retail stores,
banks,
yeah, it really
Which
runs.
is, like you say, is
Trust
so
Company.
nice, because when you get together, you just, that communication and just bouncing ideas off each other.
Exactly.
And everything is so helpful to being in business.
So, tell us a bit about and what challenges have you got upcoming after the storm? Obviously, a lot of the businesses are closed. Tell us a little bit about how you plan on. Are you doing anything regarding the hurricane? Is there any sort of connection with the businesses that are no longer there, or?
Well, there's a couple of different things. I did mention from a relief standpoint, we did the hurricane fundraiser that's still ongoing. We did take a little pause to give people time to kind of like reacclimate after the hurricane. Anyone can still be involved in our group, whether they still have their business or not. And we're trying to support our local businesses. Like last night, we had an event at Bell Tower. We had a shop, Sip and Stroll, at Bell Tower to bring business and awareness to those Sanibel businesses located off island now that have storefronts.
So tell everybody that doesn't know, what about Bell Tower, where Bell Tower is, and the businesses that are out there now.
So Bell Tower Shops is located kind of in the heart of Fort Myers. It's a pretty centrally located outdoor mall. And a lot of our members and a lot of stores on island have brought their storefront to Bell Tower.
Right.
It's been a great collaboration, and Bell Tower Shops have been really supportive of the Sanibel community and of our members.
They have. So we have Adventures in Paradise,
Congress
Jewelers, Bubbly Latitude, the Candle Company, I think, is open there.
Yes,
they are.
Right.
Yeah,
Macintosh
Macintosh there.
books, exactly.
So we have a lot of Sanibel connections there.
Right. So basically, their shops were destroyed on the island, so they all went
So if
to
you're
Bell
visiting
Tower.
the area, make sure you go and support those businesses.
Absolutely.
It's a great mall. It's been completely updated, and it's a great place.
Yeah, there's a little something for everybody. They have Dave and Buster's at the end there. If you have kids, you can
That's
go.
not a local business.
No, but I'm just saying.
It's a fun afternoon.
Right. There's restaurants, and so, yeah, it's
Lots
really.
and lots going on. Biggest movie theatres in the area.
Yeah, movie theaters there, so definitely worth a stop for sure.
And so they collaborated with us last night for their family fun night, and they allowed us to come in and have a Sanibel Captiva focused, sip, shop, and stroll. So we had vendor tables came in that Bell Tower actually gave us to allow our vendors to come in. So we had Rachel Pierce Art Gallery was there.
Oh, fantastic.
Like our group had a table, SCCF, the C School came and had a table. There were quite a few. WIMS on
yes.
Periwinkle came and had a table. So they allowed us to come and kind of set up as, vendor tables and get the word out and allow people to shop while they were there.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Really cool.
Right, Max, is it that time?
It is trivia time. I was.
Ladies ready?
I don't know.
We're official now. We have paddles.
All right.
All right.
I was on early this morning writing these trivia questions, saying that.
So just while Max is getting ready, I sort of strung it on him quite rapidly. But just to let you know, going forward, all of our podcasts will be held in this custom-built room. And we will have a place for the future. So hopefully we can get back to a regular schedule. Our schedule has been somewhat
infrequent.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
These ladies can attest to what's going on around them, and we're in the middle of a construction zone, so we're still without a kitchen and a lot of other things, but we're not complaining. We're very grateful, and hopefully this will be our home from now on.
Right.
For the Sanibel Captiva Guide podcast. Or you might even see some things on the background, A little bit
Really?
So maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Excellent.
All right, you ready for us, Max?
Yes, sir.
I've got the answers.
All right, so this is a Sanibel business themed trivia.
Are you girls cheating over there?
What are we going to ask?
A little bit of Sanibel history. I've got 3 questions. First question. Esperanza Woodring was a woman in business doing what? It might be a hard question.
I know. I just need a pen to write it down.
Don't give her one.
A famous family from the island. Mom, you probably know more about her than me.
You can put a question.
I should put the dates. It was in the early 1900s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, who's ready?
You go, Nick.
She was a fishing guide.
Oh, yeah.
She was a fishing guide.
I feel like that's correct.
Yes.
But I wasn't sure if she had like multiple hats, and I was like, I don't know.
That's what I was. I remembered her name.
How was it? Her husband died, right? And then
Right,
she took over
yes.
the
Yes.
fishing.
Her husband
I remember
passed
the story
away and
now.
she took over, and she was one of the only women of that era to actually, but people would
And is
come.
Ralph Woodring still lives on the island? How is he related to Esperanza?
I think he was, Esperanza was his mother.
It was his mother. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Jack Cole owned Sanibel's first restaurant, which was located where Cielo is currently. What was it called? Sanibel's first
There's
restaurant.
been several restaurants there, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to think.
Is it Cielo or Cello?
I don't know.
Cello.
I
I'm
think
not
cello,
100%
I think it's
sure.
cello, but
Okay,
spell
Taylor, I
cello?
agree
I mean-
with
I feel like you spell cello the instrument different.
you do.
you. Yeah, but, yeah, that's true.
It's good food, however you say it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's excellent food. Check it out. And one of the first places
We were just there. We should ask them.
Got nothing again.
We're there all the
I'm
time.
gonna copy. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know if this is right, so I don't know if you want to copy. Just more to you.
Copy!
I'm just bowing out.
All right, Maureen, you're first.
I had a harbor house.
Taylor?
I know.
The big question mark.
Dad, what do you have? You have many words.
What?
I just know there were several restaurants there, so I'm
know.
not
I just saw
100%.
Mum's answer and I think I've got it wrong, but I knew it was a drive-through, so I put Jack's drive-through.
I put Jack's Place.
Jack's Place, which then
That would
became
make
Harbor
sense.
House.
It did become Harbor
Okay, I was
House.
like, I know there's been several places.
Right.
All right, last question.
Hold on, what's the scores?
Oh, is
I think I'm winning.
I haven't paid attention to that. I think you have 2 points.
Yes.
And you're in the lead.
I have one, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Lauren
you
has
won,
one.
and Dad has one.
Taylor, how you doing?
I'm zero.
Hey, Taylor.
I have to do
They're
like
hard
some
questions.
studying later.
They're hard.
Oh, I just deleted the whole note on accident. I'll do this from memory. Timmy Wiles was the owner of the restaurant that is now Green Flash. Being one of the earliest restaurants on Captiva, what was it called?
See, Taylor, it's
I
not
know
really
I know
fair
this.
for Taylor. She's only lived here for
Yeah,
not very long. So.
Okay.
Timmy
learning.
Wiles.
I'm learning.
I really don't know.
Sorry, you can't.
No, give me that pen.
No.
All right, Tayller.
You can have my pen because I have nothing to write
I don't
on it,
know.
so.
This is, I wrote these too easy for Mom.
Thanks, Max. I'll pay you later.
We haven't been here long enough.
No, we haven't been here long enough. We have some studying to do, I
Right.
think.
I think so.
I'll go first. Timmy's Nook.
Timmy's Nook.
Yeah,
Timmy's
no
Nook.
clue.
Yeah,
I get a point. I get a point.
All right, you get a point.
Yeah, that was an old watering hole where the Green Flash used to be. It's called Timmy's Nook, and then
They still have the sign at the American Legion.
American when they were
okay, that's
yeah when they were
cool.
gonna when they were tearing down Timmy's Nook, they went over there and grabbed as much stuff as they could. And
It had a real
They
cult
actually still
following
sell,
by
I
the
don't know if they do
locals.
after the hurricane, but they still sell Timmy's Nook shirts.
I was going to say it'd be cool to sell their shirts.
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, the American Legion did. Yeah, Max actually has one. They sold them, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was a real cult following, and there was a lot of romanticism about Timmy's Nook, wasn't there? It was an old Florida crackers local
I think
place.
Timmy was often there and ran the whole place. The whole
Everybody was so sad it was going, so they put a tribute to it behind the Foreign Legion. Not the Foreign Legion.
The American
The Foreign Legion. They sent it away.
Dad, you should start the Foreign Legion on Saturday.
Yeah, that's it. I am number one.
and the one and only.
All right, with that makes me the winner. Laurie came in last.
I think I came in last.
Yeah.
I'm bringing the questions next time.
Well, anything else you ladies want to tell us?
Anything you want to add? Oh, put them on the spot, why don't you?
Well, please consider coming to open house. It is open to the community, so please come if you'd like to learn more about us and what we're trying to, establish in the area. We'd welcome you to come. So
And once again, that's May
9th, Tuesday, May 9th, Captiva Civic Center. Come on out. It'll be a fun night. We have Danny Morgan live music.
Oh, nice.
We'll have drinks. We'll have appetizers being catered by Blue Giraffe. So we're supporting all the local businesses.
Awesome.
It'll be a fun night,
It
for
will be
sure.
a fun night.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for joining us. It's
Being
been an
our
absolute
first.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank
This
you
is
for
our
having
first
us.
ever in the new studio, so it's a big mark. When we get to episode 1000, we'll be thinking of you.
What, in 20 years?
Thanks very much to Taylor, thanks very much to Maureen, and sorry, I just dropped my paddle. Nice to see everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you come back and see us on the next one. Thanks very much, guys. Have a great week.